hockey is not what it used to be. There's a new generation of kids growing up with the idea that hockey is their game. And those kids are girls. Actually, some of those kids aren't girls anymore. They're women. And their game of hockey is being played for gold at the Olympics. It's taken nearly 100 years, but women's hockey has grown from being the very poor cousin of men's hockey into a world-class game. In Nagano, women will play for medals for the first time.
I remember being a little girl, never thinking this could come true, and now all of a sudden it's here, and it just seems like it's happened so quickly. And there's nothing more I want than to bring home a gold medal for my country.
When I first started to play hockey, and I never thought we would be at the Olympics. And you know, I feel like it's a big, big step for women's hockey. Finally, they're gonna recognize us.
The 97 Women's World Championship, and Canada wins for the 4th time in a row.
Cassie Campbell down there, Nancy Drolet.
Calgary, December 9th, announcing the final selections of the Olympic team.
Today, an Olympic dream is now realized for the 20 players that you are about to meet. Assistant Captain, Cassie Campbell.
At age 22, Cassie is one of the youngest on the team. Like most, she's made sacrifices to play, putting her post-grad studies on hold.
Our oldest member of Team Canada, the heart and soul, at 39 years old, France Louis.
At 39, France, a 20-year veteran, is on leave of absence from her job as a high school phys ed instructor.
But France, you didn't even tell people you were playing hockey.
Yeah, it's funny because I was playing hockey for a while, and then I remember at school where I teach, one day there was an article on the newspaper, and then they find out, they said, well, France, we didn't know you were playing hockey. I said, yeah, I've been playing hockey. So, you know, and then they wanted to know where, and so then I started.
Modest.
But Cassie, for you, it was different.
You know, I think it is really unfortunate to, obviously to hear that and to hear what France had to go through, but that kind of makes her even, as special as she is, because she's gone through that. She shares those stories with us younger girls.
We're gonna have 3 pucks going.
For head coach Shannon Miller, France St. Louis represents the spirit of women's hockey.
We've got an 18-year-old and a 39-year-old on the team, so it's like her mother is on the team. But you know what? It just makes us that much more of a family. She's an amazing person and very emotional person, and everything comes from inside her, and it's very real. And she's a great leader on our team. Cassie's an amazing woman as well. Just a great hockey player, great person. Real high energy, very positive, very well respected amongst our team.
As kids, both France and Cassie hung out with their brothers and played hockey.
Who is that? Is that you?
I always wanted to play hockey just like my brother. He taught me a lot of things, and the funny part is that I always got stuck playing goal. I mean, I remember wearing a baseball glove and a normal hockey glove, and he'd be drilling pucks at me from the end of the driveway.
Yeah.
Cassie's mom, Eunice, is her biggest fan.
When did you realize she was really good?
I know when we went to the 94s, my sister was sitting with me most of the week, and she got a goal, and I knew she needed that goal to get her confidence going. And my sister said to me, I always thought you were pretty tough. If I saw you once or twice through our lifetime having some tears, she said, you cried the whole week. And I said, it's just, I'm so proud.
Mm-hmm. Judy Diddick always bugs me that you push my belly button and I'll start to cry. This is where I get it from, right here.
It's a bit strange hearing women talk so passionately about hockey. But what do men think about the women's game?
I'm like most guys, women's hockey. Come on down in here, and Rose said, sit down and watch it. So we sat down, and all of a sudden I'm saying, wait a minute, hold it. This is pretty good hockey. They're putting out the same determination as our boys, and I said they have to be supported. And I got caught, and every year I went over, and every year I tried to do my best for them, and all of a sudden, now it's starting to roll. We're going to Japan, and Cassie Campbell and all them, boy, you get with them, boy.
So you're wearing the rose for Rose Cherry?
Yeah, Dawn Cherry's been a big supporter of our game, and I think she was a big influence to him.
She was. She said, now, Dawn, you watch those women.
Yeah, and so I think this is the least thing we could do was to make sure that she's never forgotten, and this is something kind of just to say thank you.
They'll never be a professional.
Dawn's wife, Rose, died last June.
What did you think when you heard they were wearing a rose on their uniforms?
I couldn't believe it. Fran Ryder faxed me, and would I have any objection? I mean, that's what she said. Would I have any objection? And I just couldn't believe it. That I tell you, it was. I had to hang up on her. I couldn't talk.
With the distinction of being world champs and the promise of Olympic glory, the team is in high demand for media appearances and endorsements.
Mark it.
Such as this Government of Canada television commercial.
I don't know, but I've been told Canada's here to win the gold.
What do you feel about being a role model? Because you're getting, you know, as I say, attention, magazine covers, Wheaties boxes, Campbell's soup.
You know, it's funny. It was kind of weird. You know, people were saying, well, you're such a role model now. And I was like, whoa, I am? And it was kind of something hard for me to deal with because I felt like I had to be something that I wasn't. And I've really learned that as long as I'm having fun and I'm just who I am, then I'm going to be a good role model, and I believe that. I'm really happy about the sponsorships that all the girls are getting, and mine in particular. I'm the first woman to be on a Wheaties box in Canada, and I was told that, and I was kind of like, yeah, no big deal, but that to me, like, that's a huge deal.
Well, our first official Olympic practice is today.
It's the last home ice practice before the Three Nations Cup with the U.S. and Finland, the final competitions before the Olympics. France's situation is bittersweet. She's on the team, but she is sidelined with an injury and won't be able to play for at least 2 weeks.
Last Saturday, actually, when we played against the U.S., at the end of the third period, I got hit by two U.S. players, and they squished my head like between them, and so I got a concussion.
France has learned to deal with injury. In the '97 World Championship, she played with a broken wrist.
I had to win that face-off, and I knew I would win it.
With a broken wrist?
Yes. And it's funny, at that tournament, I was the best center with my face-off. I was so focused, you know, on not losing my face-off, because at first Shannon said, well, you might not do your face-off because you... I said, no way, I'm going to do my face-off and I'm going to win them. And we won the game, 45 seconds, the third period.
Lake Placid. A week later, and Team Canada is exactly where they want to be, in the final of the Three Nations Cup with the U.S. It's a dress rehearsal for the Olympics, and it's game day. Morning practice and an afternoon game. For France, it will be her first practice since her injury, but she still won't be fit enough for the game.
I'm allowed to go on the ice with the girls, so I'm really happy. And I'm just going to pass the puck and just skate, so it's good. If I feel like I feel dizzy or whatever, I have to get off the ice. I went to see Coach Shannon, and I asked her, I said, well, can I sit with the girls on the bench? So she said, yeah, sure.
This team sort of rallies around that kind of leadership. And so you've got the two perspectives. You've got someone that has given up everything their whole life and just played for the love of the game. And you've got Cassie Campbell, who also has worked hard but is very young, and so early in her hockey career, she's got an agent, sponsorship, and so players like Cassie Campbell appreciate what people like France St. Louis have done for the progress of the game.
Game time. So far in the round robin, Canada leads, but they'll have to win today if they want to show the U.S. who's boss. If Canada wins this game, they'll have beaten the U.S. 4 times in a row, a feat they'll have to repeat at the Olympics.
They're rough, believe me, and they hit. I can't believe it when I watch them play. The thing that gets me is their passing. If you didn't know some of them had long hair, you'd swear they were boys and men playing.
That's your ultimate compliment?
That's right. And that's the ultimate compliment for a, you know, macho pig like me.
It's not Canada's day at the Three Nations Cup. By midway of the game, the U.S. rallies and scores 3 goals. In the end, it's their game, 3-0. For the Canadians, it's a disappointment and proof they will have to dig deep to win the gold medal in Nagano.
This is the biggest hurdle right here. I mean, we've never, ever in international competition lost in a gold medal game.
Remember how this feels, ladies?
I think it was almost the best thing that could happen for our team, to show that we're not invincible, and that we've got to be ready against everyone.